not. I was gonna say, we're battling for first, I believe. No, we're battling for second because Redskins already clinched first with 7 wins, 1 loss.
Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been that they with this. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah,
after this, we're playing the Bengals.
With this. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that, flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist.
But in the NFC, we are 9th. Wait, we're 6th, meaning we clinched wild card barely so far. We still got some space, so my next game will actually be the Browns because I'm going to be skipping the Bengals. That'll be in this episode, so let's get straight into this.
An offensive and defensive game plan. Each week you can focus. Once you have made your game plan and focus player
military all over the whole compound. Soon as it's seen it, I swear it, I mean it. My members go quicker than dominoes. He in jail. Everyone falling like dominoes. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been with this. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been with this. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that, flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist, flicking that wrist.
Clockwise, counterclockwise, realest in the top 5. Other 4 ain't rapping. I'm just repping for the side. Yeah, that's coastlines, Panama for the boat rides. Work buildings, and we ain't even need showtime. Just money counters and kitchenware. Condo with a in there. We got rich in there. Been a trophy since Hawaiian Sophie. Curry over Kobe. We
so Shepard
Splash Brothers with the
in the background of the video. One of this video is starting. I had to move it.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry.
Not bad.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
He didn't have as many throws or plays in college as many of the quarterbacks that were coming out in the draft, but he maximized what he had. Ended up winning 2 national championships as a starting quarterback at North Dakota State.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Keenan Robinson.
I've been going all the way. And give me a second while my brother gets into the game. And I'm not going to play until it says.
Carry for Ryan Matthews. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Brandon, with the last couple of plays for the offense not being good at all, my thought process as a coordinator, get the ball in the hands of my best player and see if I can salvage anything out of this drive.
Wentz now to throw. He's got time. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So how's that for an interesting way to start this ball game?
First drive of the game and you go backwards all the way into your own end zone?
Guess it kind of makes you wonder what else we might have in store here in this one. after the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Harris now to return. Manning now on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that'll bring up second down. Manning will try again on second down. Going right side, he has Winton. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. They're still in search of the first down after that last completion.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you? That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Now Brad Wing, a third-year man out of LSU, on to punt it away. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Second down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
Now Ryan Matthews on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way.
And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they will jump out in front here with a very unusual scoreline of 3-2. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if. While the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
And New York set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Throwing on first down is Manning. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Now this time Manning will throw. Being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Manning to throw for it on 4th. He's got his man here. It's Green. 19 yards there on the pickup. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they knocked that one free from Eli Manning, and he's not a guy who's usually fumble prone. Usually has a pretty good sense about getting rid of the football. But in this case, they managed to knock it out of his hands.
Yeah, stat to your point, I was looking back yesterday. 3 seasons of 10-plus fumbles. But other than that, single digits. He usually takes pretty good care of the ball. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down.
Quarterbacks like throwing the slant route, but they have to be careful about ball placement. They have to put it in a spot that makes sure the receiver has his body in front of the defender.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Shedding the tackler, that gives him some room. And he is down deep into Giant territory.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when line bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
Here's Wentz to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Darren Sproles with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And New York set to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
They go play action here on 1st down. Out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. A great read, and it's picked off.
Sometimes I think even Eli falls into the trap of thinking that Beckham can catch anything. Here it's a throw he'll wish he could have back, because even OBJ wasn't going to be able to get his hands on that one.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. On first down, Wentz. This one brought in by Dorial Green-Beckham. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Wentz now on first down. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They go back to the air here after the INT. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
On second down, here's Wentz. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The veteran Brent Selleck, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Wentz going to throw. And he hits his man, Matthews. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Wentz now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime. Well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this third quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Throwing is Manning. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
To throw, it's Manning. It's caught. Shepard. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And on the left side, he's got Witten. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
Manning. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On second down, Ryan Matthews. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the first down." They love being physical.
Throwing on first is blitz coming, and down he goes. Damon Harrison able to drop him for a loss of 4. So the sack on first down there by the defense, and now it's 2nd down.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go. The football led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. 3rd down now following the run.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon, didn't it? And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And now working their way back onto the field, the Eagles defense. They did their job last go-around, forced the punt, hoping for more of that here.
They got off the field. That's exactly what they wanted to accomplish. Get off the field, turn the ball over to their offense, and kick back.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. Eli's going to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point. You're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Once again here on 2nd and 10. He finds Aguilar over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll maybe get... Now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Donnie Jones now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Beckham, the return. They juked him. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They send Green to the left on his own. Back to throw. And this is caught by Winton, the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And it's 3rd down.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. He's back to throw. And this one complete to Winton over the middle. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. 2-point game. They had the football. Their defense was able to do their job. Now can the offense just hold on here, Charles?
And they better, because after the job the defense did to give them the ball back with this lead, it's time for them to seal the deal and allow them to go to the locker room with a victory.
They'll try to seal the deal. Here we go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. They'll loop. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now hang on here, Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Here's Donnie Jones now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Manning to Beckham. A big play there. 47 yards. Well, going into the final play of this game,
now we're in last place for the right hand. But we still have 5 more games, 6 more games. And we get something about winning all. We might see the playoffs. Let's get into these big games. Like, nobody wants to train. Big game. Let's go out here.
I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports.
Thank you, Larry. Coming to you from just off the New Jersey Turnpike in East Rutherford. We are just about set for football on EA Sports from MetLife Stadium. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants. They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And when you talk about this offense, you, of course, have to talk about Alshon Jeffrey.
Long, agile, he makes any quarterback that much better.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. First carry for the rookie, Jordan Howard. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now Barkley. Completion left side to Miller. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now the Bears' 6th-round pick in 2014, Pat O'Donnell on to punt.
So the next couple of games should be pretty easy. And I messed that up.
Here's Beckham. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Manning gonna throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. So Manning to Beckham in this defense, they better hone in on that connection.
It's almost like an electrical charge for him, isn't it? When he catches the first one, I'm talking about OBJ, he just goes to the huddle and says more, more, more. And really, he's just one of those guys that once he gets going, look out.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball. The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. Now Manning, complete to Jason Witten. 8 yards there on a first down.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
First and goal, they'll look to smash it in. Maybe a quarterback sneak here. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But if you get into this question, I'll give you a
Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. Steps away. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the run.
Why are the Browns called the Browns and they're actually orange?
It was time to make a break for it.
No,
alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Manning looking to throw on 3rd and 2. This will be caught at about the 5. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. When you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Here's Barkley. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this time out.
What is the... Never mind. Give me a second. If I can correct my mistakes, then all the games will be a W.
A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll check in with Larry Ridley for highlights and analysis of our first half of play. Well, not too many highlights yet, at least in terms of scoring plays, that is.
Yeah, but hang in there. We might get something these last 2 minutes.
It's taken to the 26. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the move to his left. Green's got it over the middle.
Nice catch by Green, but there is a flag on the flag.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the right. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right, the sync just wasn't there.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Now Barkley. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Back to throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Receiver right, that's Jeffrey. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is caught at the 7-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And a neutral zone infraction on the defense.
The defense thought they had the timing count on the quarterback's cadence, but they jumped too soon.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Barth puts it through. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a first down run here. This is Vereen. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So we reach halftime with a visiting. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Going right side, he has Witten. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And this is going to be incomplete.
So sorry guys for that intermission, but we have a fly holding on us. And like again.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Throwing is Manning, buying time to his left. And on the left side, he's got Witten. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. Second down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw is Manning, and that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Manning indeed going for it on fourth. And it is incomplete. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty.
Fourth down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tall.
Here's Barkley. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Charles on the slant. You always need good ball placement. They got it there.
Brandon, the quarterback, put it in the exact perfect spot, right to the upfield shoulder of the receiver, and he used his body to keep the defender away.
They'll look to throw here. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It's the big offseason signing from Miami, Olivier Vernon. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And that is much too long. That's in. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. New York set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Forced out to his left. Completes it to Jason Witten. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. Back to the air on second down. It's Manning. And Green with a catch left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. Now Manning. It's hauled in by Shepard. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Second down now after the pass completion. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Again, they'll throw with Manning. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
He'll look to throw. Out to his left. Complete to Jason Witten. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He's back to throw. Caught left side, it's Beckham. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Vereen, toss play. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Back to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And now it's fourth down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And the 11-year veteran bangs runs it through. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So this hasn't exactly been a battle of one touchdown after another, but at 3-3 now here in the fourth, it's been a pretty doggone entertaining game.
Yeah, it's kind of like a pitcher's duel in baseball, don't you think? The aficionados can appreciate a tightly fought game like this.
Yeah, but the fantasy players, not so much. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
I have all my timeouts, so I might throw timeout.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines.
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops because the...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock.
They're just going to run this one out.
On first down, they run with Howard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They go with Howard again. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. They come out here in the eye. Here's Barkley. Completion left side to Miller. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And Barth puts it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So we still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but his second field goal makes this now a 6-3 score.
And this would be the definition of winning ugly. Now you need to continue to ride your defense and hope that you can make this fourth quarter lead stand up.
The return man here, Dwayne Harris. And not a very good return at all as he won't even get this back to the 15. And the Giants ready to come out now. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend. If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They send Green to the left on his own. Back to throw. Steps away. And on the left side, he's got Witten. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And this one is right down the middle. And that will tie things up at 6-6. Well, the entire 2015 season featured no ties in the National Football League, but we get one here in the 2016 season, don't we?
Yeah, and it's really odd because to go through the whole time and not have that happen because teams tend to get a little more conservative at times when you get to overtime. That's why the ties often result. But as you said, in 2015, not at all. But here we are here. Have one going.
By the way, the last tie, if you're scoring with us at home, and if you are, God bless you. October 2014, the Bengals and the Panthers in Cincy, they tied 37 apiece.
Did you have that one yourself, or did you get that one from Marvin?
No, I was taking a nap. Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime.
I forgot about that.
Offense.
Wait, what? I'm just mad now. I'm gonna go back and sit. But I can't.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Olivier Vernon brings them down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one goes for 24 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better out.
And he is in for the...
Next episode, we're gonna have Bears and the Browns. Bears versus the Browns. You know what? I'm just gonna simulate the next 2 games.
You're crack at dawn, Monday morning coffee, strong pouring everything you got into a paycheck Friday night.
We're 4 and 6.
You're a power stroke, diesel backhoe riding king. 18-wheeler driving, living life in between the lines of clocking in and quitting town. Then the 6-string circus comes to town. We hang them speakers over the crowd. When the lights come on, everybody screaming, lighters in the sky, everybody singing, every word to every song of the girl that's singing tonight. When the lights come on, everybody's feeling a hallelujah from the floor to the ceiling. Yeah, the drink that we're doing, the smoke that we're doing, the party we throw, it's going all night long. When the lights come on, when the lights come on. You're a little shy thing with a wild side on a night like this. You just can't hide, cause it's time to live it up. So come on and raise your cup. If we talk about memories, yeah, we're gonna make up. Talk about rules, you know we're gonna break up. When the lights come on, everybody screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody singing, every word to every song of the girl that's singing tonight. When the lights come on, everybody's feeling a hallelujah from the floor to the ceiling. Yeah, the drink that we're doing, the smoke that we're doing, the party we throw, it's going all night long. When the lights come on, when the lights come on. Yeah, we all the same, cause we thinking the same thing. We on the same page, cause we sipping the same drink. Here's a little something thank y'all for showing up. Al Dean and the boys are about to blow it up. When the lights come on, everybody's screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody's singing every word to every song of the girl that's taking tonight. When the lights come on, everybody's feeling a hallelujah from the floor to the ceiling. Yeah, the drink that we're doing, the smoke that we're doing, the party we throw, it's going all night long. When the lights come on, when the lights come on, your buzz blowing it up. It's going all night long. When the lights come on.
In the first quarter, going straight out, no plus points, and I'm bringing Eli back in as a starter.
Said tonight we ain't going out, so we invited everybody. The made, well, they're way too strong, but ain't nobody saying
So I
sorry.
have the Cowboys and the Eagles.
The speaker's so
I
blown,
think
no one
that's
knows
what's
what
gonna
it
finish
is, but we keep it on repeat 'cause we don't
No.
want it to end. We got the
I
rest
think after
of
this
our
is
lives.
Cowboys, and then
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley.
Lions.
You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports.
so since it's Cowboys,
Right at the
Lions,
convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Cowboys game.
They'll come out in the pistol. They go play action here on first down. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
There he is.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep, it's Odell Beckham. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he fields it cleanly. Oh, shifty. Whoa. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
There's our mobile quarterback.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Throwing is Jackson. Cruz has it over the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Jackson now. He's got his man Cruz. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
A good play gone to waste.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Still in search of the first down after that last completion.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Hard to believe this guy was watching us from his living room last week. Now he's under center here for an NFL team.
And not many teams were in the market to sign him, but you have to believe that this team felt like we saw something.
Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
There is a fly. The whole team's on defense.
Defense.
Holding on defense. Oh, wait, what?
The penalty is declined.
I'm confused. Aren't we awful?
And tough starting field position here.
I'm confused, so... Okay.
On the give, this is their fullback. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
I'm going middle. I actually like this camera. Then my
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out.
Don't get tackled. That's why nobody wants to pick him up.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 93 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. And here comes the Steelers defense making their way onto the field. Big swing play. Last time they were out there, looked like they might yield some points. They recovered a fumble, and it turned into a touchdown on the other side.
In a lot of ways, you can say that maybe at a minimum that was a 10-point swing. The field goal that looked like they were going to give up at a minimum. Instead, they take it the other way, turn it into a touchdown, give them 7. By my math, that's a 10-point swing.
And your math's always right.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in the touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Roethlisberger, and seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do.
Than Roethlisberger. Look at that.
As that pass goes incomplete.
So now at 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He finds Coates complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. Man open right side, it's Rodgers. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Here we go.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. That's caught at the 2. They didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Alright guys, give me a second while I go and I change my quarterback. I mean, Gold will be a better quarterback than you. That would be pretty funny though. Alright guys, close eyes for a quick second. Smile, 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 close, smile. Alright, so I'm gonna skip this, and I'm just gonna do a quick gauntlet with a random team. So I'm gonna skip this, and I'm gonna do a random gauntlet with a random team. So I'm gonna clean my eye, and I'm gonna press L2 and F.
Well, the man says it's gonna rain. Don't worry, girl, it won't change a thing. Yeah, we still got plans tonight. We're gonna kick it, that's a given, baby, rain and shine. Leave your Sunday best at home. Be the last time you wear what you got on. Bikini top, cut off jeans. Baby girl, you know you looking mean. She said, how we gonna make it through the mud hole? Won't you think you got swampers on my truck phone? It's about to get done in the dirty south. I'm about to show you what it's all about. Don't worry, it's a rowdy crowd. We ain't scared, we're still throwing down. We gonna tap, light that fire. We gonna crank that country. Let's get Thursday. Well, it's about to get done. flood. Watching that red clay turn to mud. Sling it up, slap past the doors like a new paint job on a 4x4. Girl, you're gonna have a good old time. Can't let a little bit of rain change your mind. Let your hair down, kick off the boots.
There are 40 levels. Can you make it through gauntlets?
I'm gonna try and make it through the gauntlet. Clap. Here we go.
All right, keep cool. You still got 5 lives left.
Alright, level 4. Stay in the hot spot. Beat the boss. Devontae Freeman. That's my bud. Travel pass. Wide open.
It's ladder challenge time.
Oh, I completed this one once. But then that's the problem. I can make the pick, but I can't make the touchdown. I made the pick, but I can't get the 6th inning. Oh, fumble. No way! Heat!
Still 4 lives left.
2 men. 2 a linebacker. And that's my Marshall Lynch. That's wrong. Oh, sucks to be you.
He pays the cost to be the boss. The boss is here.
Score a touchdown. Do not hit the landmine. You gotta make circles all the way around them. No. Oh. That's stiff arm. Wait, what?
The next levels are pretty grueling, but here's an opportunity to avoid all of that. Here's your ladder challenge.
Just go straight. That has to be one of the easiest.
Boss mode.
Alright, this one's pretty easy because they run like 2 miles an hour. You got a first down. Gotta wait. Be patient.
This one is for 2 lives.
2 lives is not dying. Alright, I failed this with Eli. Yeah, I was gonna make that. You already know how it is. I'm not gonna make that. I mean, I wish I was a fan.
All right, you've made some mistakes, but you're still in the game. Just 3 lives left.
I'm going dollars because I got them dollars. Oh, that was real suck. Oh, hit this? Alright, hit this made. Complete a pass. Complete it.
This is where dreams come to die. Boss level.
Oh, no. I love that play. Luigi and Mario. Oh, I'm already on level 20. I didn't even realize. Prevent a completion to the tight end. Yeah. Oh. Wait, what? I didn't stand after.
You know what's after 2, right? Just 2 lives left.
Gotta wait over here and go. Get out of here. Tippy toes. Alright, come on. Oh my goodness.
Man, it'd be a good time for an extra life challenge. You only have 1 life left.
I'm gonna go this. I'm gonna go back to Alan. Why can't I do that in the actual game? Gotta be patient. Gotta get got.
It's crunch time. It's boss
media
level.
day. I don't see any defenders. Alright, now I do. Now I do. Now I do. Now I do. Coming up. Gotta walk in there. You already know how it is. Gain first down. Alright, light work.
You are out of lives.
I'm gonna try this one more time.
I'm Larry Ridley. There are 40 levels. This is Gauntlet.
So tricky. I didn't do this with my eyes closed. Ooh, damn. Circle. Fold it. Alright, stay in the hot spots. I'm gonna go with the harder way.
It's not the end of the world.
No,
Still 5 lives left.
I could have gone straight over here. Oh no. You're gonna probably have to go straight.
You have 3 lives
I
left.
mean, Devontae Freeman isn't slow. So it's not gonna be that hard. But he's not fast. So it's gonna be a bit hard. Oh, I don't know why you hesitated. I knew you hesitated.
Make sure you're reading the instructions. You've got 3 lives left.
Why am I not going through the hot spot?
My man, you're this close. Come on. 2 lives left.
Yeah, I'm that close. It's even the boss. I feel curious.
Are you ready for the challenge? It's
Yeah,
time
I'm
to
ready.
survive Gauntlet mode.
This is the last one, then episode ended. Oh yeah, I totally did that.
One down and 5 lives left to go.
That was gonna go over here. Easy wob. Tell me when. Gain a first down. I think I got the touchdown. But it didn't matter. No!
still got time. Plenty of lives left.
I'm gonna
4 lives left.
With that, right? You need the left side version. I can't.
Sorry, but there's no autopilot. You still got 3 lives left.
I wish there was. Because this will be the end of the video. Are you serious? I promise. Next time I say this again.
I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to Gauntlet.
Please don't, though.
Let's understand one thing. If you tank, you still don't get the #1 pick.
My boy's the high power. 1, 2. How long is that?
Good vibes only.
Boom! Get hit, boy. I'm gonna go like that. I'm gonna go PJ.
All right, now it's time to stay focused. Still 5 lives left.
Win. That's not everyday, but it's everyday, bro. Alright, run for it first. Sucks to be long. Run the first down. I got 0.5 stuff. Oh wait, I didn't pay attention. Alright, good.
You have woken the boss.
Brian, let's go.
RELAX.
I mean, I did that.
Relax. 4 lives left.
Running back in the middle. I really don't know who that is. Okay, but I'm not in the league. Let's go. Finally. Oh, I'll be sad. I mean, Catholic. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna go users. I don't know how good of an idea this is. That was so stupid.
All right, now it's time to pick it up. 3 lives left.
Oh, I'm supposed to make them.
All right, it's nitty-gritty time. Just 2 lives
Why
left.
would you take away a white? That has to be one of the easiest routes to climb. Thank you. That's the easiest route to take.
Are you up for the challenge? Boss level.
No. Score a touchdown, but that's it.
It is time to circle the wagons, my friend. 1 life left. And you are out of lives.
Alright guys, that'll be the end.
You were up for the challenge last year. Can you survive this year's gauntlet mode?
Alright guys, that'll be the end of this video. If you want to continue seeing this gauntlet, go to my next video. We're gonna go.
Whoa, look at the size of that dude. It's ladder challenge.
And it's starting off with this ladder challenge, so let's go. Alright, and till 2 minutes.